Hey everyone, I'm Cara DeFalco for HIP New Jersey, and this week we are at Highland Pavilion in West Orange, New Jersey. We are in Highland Pavilion with Chef de Cuisine Tristan Tevro. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Anytime, not a problem.
And tell me a little bit about the easiest thing of all, this beautiful dish that you have prepared for us today.
Well, we've got a bourbon and mustard brine pork tenderloin, cheesy, creamy grits, tangy pears, and tortilla chips. And that's served with a maple whiskey reduction.
Delicious. Now, do you guys, is this a seasonal dish? Do you turn the menu over seasonally?
Yes. Well, I took over several months ago, and I started the fall menu, and then I've been running this as a little bit of a special. It's nice as the weather gets cold. It's comforty. It's filling. It's got some nice flavors, and maybe I'll move this onto the winter dish, but when it's above 50, 60 degrees out, it's,
it's a little tough sometimes.
Yeah, it's a little heavy. You don't want people stumbling out the front door.
Oh, it's excellent. Tell me a little bit about where you guys get your ingredients from.
We try to use organic, locally sourced when possible. We have one of our sister properties, the Pleasantdale Chateau. We have a small farm there where we get a lot of ingredients seasonally, certain tomatoes, squashes. We get pears, we have apple trees, one of them's over 100 years old.
Wow.
We're not even sure what kind of apples they are, but they're delicious.
Heirloom, you're gonna go with heirloom on that.
We have 2 beehives over there that we use locally sourced honey from.
Wow.
And that's just a mile down the road. We try to use local produce and farmers from New Jersey whenever possible. In the summer, obviously.
Easier.
For the next few months, it's gonna be harder than it has been for the last several, but we still maintain the highest quality ingredients, not having to do too much to them, and that's our philosophy. Use the best ingredients you can, especially at a restaurant of this caliber.
Well, and that was going to be my next question. Tell me a little bit about Highland Pavilion and the experience here, and what you want people to notice besides their dish when they sit down.
Well, the Knowles family has been involved in the restaurant business for 50, 60 years. They're one of the first families of New Jersey, certainly. And all of their restaurants just scream refinement. All the service, the wine lists, the managers, right down to the last thing is always at the top of the level. And I try to bring the food to a similar level when I do it and modernize a little bit of the stuff so that people come here, they've got this beautiful view, nice bar, lounge. We have jazz music on Fridays. So it's nice to have a little bit different food that's kind of modern to complement that.
Right. And just, to kind of note, because I think sometimes for a lot of people, and I know for myself, a lot of people think of Highland Pavilion as an event space and someplace where you can host a private event. Not necessarily people realize that you can come and make a reservation and sit down and have a dinner on a Friday night without,
Oh, absolutely. I mean, we do a lot of anniversaries. 6 months ago, my best friend, I was best man at his wedding. He proposed here. So it's certainly for those type of weddings and banquets. But also, we have a separate bar menu. Like I said, Jazz Fridays. I feel that I try to do different specials on the weekends just for the bar and lounge only so people can come in. You don't have to pay an arm and a leg. I still feel, compared to New York or other prices, you're getting a good, solid meal here, and it doesn't have to break the bank. You can bring a girl, split an appetizer, and get out of here for under $100.
Yeah.
Or more, obviously, if you want to.
Yes, if you wanted to, you could.
But,
and so you had mentioned the bar menu too. So on top of a sit-down dinner entree, something like this that you're sharing with us today, you guys do sliders and pizza.
Yeah, with the new menu, we're gonna have 3 different types of sliders. We do a barbecue pulled pork with coleslaw and tempura pickle.
Ooh.
We have crab cake with remoulade and Bibb lettuce, and then we have the ones, our staple, the dry-aged beef sliders with applewood smoked bacon. So you can get those things. We do pizzas, flatbreads, different shellfish options, things like that. And all those items, besides the shellfish,
stuff.
and it's priced under $20 for the most part.
Yeah.
For October, we have our general manager's German, and he was going to a local German butcher. We were doing Oktoberfest specials with different brats and sausages and things like that.
What kind of stuff do you guys have coming up for the holiday season in general?
The fall menu is mostly for that. We do a prefix menu on Thanksgiving.
Okay.
We do a prefix menu on Christmas Day. I'm probably going to change to the winter menu as soon as the new year ends.
Okay.
Just so that we can keep it consistent. We get quite busy in December, and I don't want to start throwing a whole bunch of curveballs at the guys right before we start getting real busy. So all of our stuff now, we have venison on the menu, with pistachio crusted halibut with cranberry port reduction, which is really good and kind of screams November.
Yeah.
We have a swordfish, which is perfect for this time of year. We have a nice pork chop with creamy polenta, braised greens with the Madeira reduction.
Love it.
So, I try to steer the menu towards that. And then we'll do another one in winter, and then another one hopefully around March for springtime. And, depending on the staff I have, I try to change as much as possible, at least change a few things. Nobody wants to come in. We get a lot of regulars here that don't just want to come in and have the same thing day after day. So.
Right.
I do daily specials and appetizers with stuff that we have or things for the bar, like I said.
Very nice. Do you, is there anything that you would call your signature dish? Like something that you're like, I know when I make this, I'm getting down in the kitchen and it's artwork every time.
I take a lot of pride in my risotto.
Okay.
Right now we're doing a duck confit risotto, which the customers have liked quite a bit. I like working with duck quite a bit. We had 2 weeks ago for a special, we got a Rohan duck breast, and they're a crossbreed between wild magret and a Peking. And I did a light marinade on that and did it with some fig and like a orange Szechuan peppercorn reduction, and that came out very nice. So I just think duck's kind of a balance. It's not fish, it's not poultry, it's not meat. You kind of get a
little of everything.
Exactly.
Okay, so when you come in, ask for the duck. Is there anything else that people should know about Highland Pavilion and when they come here, what to expect as they come, for the day-to-day diner?
Just that it's, like I said, it's not overly priced, it's not stuffy. We have great servers, and people come here, they have a lot of fun. I mean, I love food, it's my passion, but at the end of the day, it's only food. It's not changing the world, really, So I try not to take it too seriously. And people can come in and they can have a fun time, and we do, like I said, the jazz bands, we do private events, we have special occasions, and we have teenagers that just graduated that just want to come in and get a steak and spend some time with their girlfriend or boyfriend or whatever, and it can be for all different types of occasions.
Wonderful.
We have the staff, the front of the house has all been here for a long time. The bartenders are all friendly, so you can come in and just have a good time.
Very cool. Thank you. That's good, because I think a lot of people don't, they have this idea in their head, or it has a reputation of being, I don't want to say stuffy, but maybe they didn't realize that they could come and have a pizza at the bar and a drink, or that they could just come and sit down. So
I'm a young guy. I really, I don't make a ton of money. I realize that it's not, everybody should. My opinion is everybody should be able to go out, have a good meal, experience some new ingredients, some new stuff, and nobody should be priced out of that. The food's something that should be accessible to everybody.
Cool. Absolutely. Tristan, thank you so much. I appreciate
a
your
lot.
time today,
Anytime.
Chef. Thank you so much. And this is delicious.
Oh, thanks.
For more on this segment, log on to hipnewjersey.com.